Hi, I'm Ahmed Shahabuddin, and welcome to HuffPost Live. This is the community sound-off where you have a chance to be the guest and talk about stories that you're passionate about and that are hot on the Huffington Post. And now joining me to discuss all of these stories is Ann Broke, a mother and blogger in Knoxville, Tennessee. We have Elma Placeres Diepa, a marketing consultant in Chicago. I hope I got the name right. Reina Ramirez, development coordinator in Boston. Stephanie Hood, a veteran and mother in Tyler, Texas. Did they tell you guys to wave, or is that just the Nate? I love it.
We just all do it.
I love it. I love it. William Lee Adams also is joining us, a freelance journalist in London. That was a very good wave. That was, you had kind of the thing, just a good, nice little queen.
Yeah, there you go.
The queen wave, because you're from London. All right, guys, so first story. Scientists at California Pacific Medical Center have actually found a compound in marijuana, yes, that good green stuff, that could stop metastasis in many aggressive cancers, potentially altering the fatality of the disease, which, on a personal note, I will share my mother is currently battling. I don't know if any of you have used marijuana recreationally. I'm sure you've read the article. What do you guys make of this? Is this a breakthrough, or is this just another one of those studies that might lead us nowhere?
I think it's old news, right? They've been using marijuana for relief of nausea and to increase appetites in patients in California and other places. I think that the whole stigma with marijuana is, an illegal drug, the gateway drug. I would be more worried about the girls in the bikinis on the last segment.
I'm glad you were watching. But that's an interesting perspective. We do know that marijuana, at least on the federal level, is a very contentious issue politically. We've seen Obama increasing, and the federal government increasing raids on medical dispensaries. Do you think this kind of a study might eventually lead us to a place where perhaps it's not such a polarizing topic? What do you think, Ann?
I think that whenever we're dealing with loved ones, friends, and neighbors with cancer, we need to do whatever we can to support them and help them. And it would be wonderful if whatever works could be mainstream, acceptable, and be used in an appropriate and wellness, to help support the wellness community.
What's your take on this? I mean, you're not in America. What do you think of this?
It's just, it seems so American. I mean, I think scientists realize you need to try to find a cure, and you should do that any way you can. And if marijuana is one potential route to do that, then obviously we should. There should be no controversy surrounding it. But something that's puzzling me even more is whether the marijuana in a brownie will work, because then people can take treatment home.
The truth is, I would argue I'd much rather get in the back of a car with someone who's high than with someone who's drank a lot. That's just my take.
But
I don't know.
The point is, like, in terms of talking about positive health benefits, for how long have we been talking about how a glass of red wine, is good for cardio, or, is good for the cardiovascular system? And in the same vein, just because wine is illegal or is legal does not mean that, people can't abuse it. And I think that we should take sort of that same viewpoint towards marijuana and say, okay, well, everything in moderation, right? Anything in moderation
I agree.
Is fine.
Are you Greek by any chance, quoting all things in moderation? That's an ancient Greek. Yeah, it's
Hispanic, but
oh, well, Mediterranean is close enough. I don't know.
Yeah, marijuana is a great solution, but is anybody really trying to cure cancer, or are they spending so much money creating the drugs to keep the treatments going? What was one of the conversations that, yes?
I have to interrupt you because that makes complete sense to me. I'm so happy that you articulated that. As someone who is, about to travel next week to be with my mother as she, continues her chemo treatment, I really find the entire approach to the way we treat cancer to be very counterintuitive. I mean, I'm not an expert, I'm not a scientist, but to kill every cell in the body and to risk, really killing a person's body and immune system in the hopes of trying to cure, and I'm not trying to, this might come across ignorant, not being a scientist. I just think there has to be another option. There has to be another approach.